She didn't cast me.
Because she's not part of the group?
Because I wasn't popular.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Oh, baby girl, I'm laughing with you too. Hey, we doing the same thing. Yo, what's up guys, Prince Charming. We are going to be checking out some more Let Me Explain Studios, and this video is my crazy theater teacher. How are you getting crazy theater? Well, you know, all theater teachers are crazy, but my teacher was more weird than crazy. So it was like in a good way, because I love my theater teacher. She was a sweetheart. Her name is Miss Danforth. Or is Mrs. I don't know if she's married or not, but she is a sweetheart. If I ever do win like an Academy Award or an Oscar, whatever you call it nowadays, I'm gonna make sure you give her a good shout out because I did really love her as my theater teacher. But I can see how they can get a little crazy because we also have that same theater, not the same theater teacher, but we start off with two theater teachers, and then when a new school got opened, the other theater teacher went to the new school, and then Miss Danforth is the one that stayed. So the one that left, yeah, she kind of got caught up with, you know, teenage boys. I don't know why, they will tell, because she wasn't that bad looking. But it's wrong. It's wrong, Prince. That should be the moral of the story, that it's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's the female teacher going after the younger male students. It's still wrong, even though, you know. But don't forget to hit me with a like, subscribe, and go ahead and comment. Did you take theater? I've taken theater in high school. I've taken theater in middle school, even in college. Like, I'm telling you, I am I'm one of those theater kids. Like, I do enjoy it. I do find it fun. I just couldn't do it as a career yet. Maybe down the road you'll see me on Broadway, but until then, I'm going to stick to YouTube, big screen. I don't know where it's going to take me, but hopefully it takes me somewhere. But enough of me talking. Let's check out Let Me Explain Studios, my crazy theater teacher. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Some of you understand what you're about to get into. In 3 of my videos, I have mentioned a certain teacher of mine, a certain mentally unstable, vindictive teacher.
Oh, we're gonna see who she
is. One of
is.
those videos has over 7 million views at the moment. People are getting a little curious about this infamous educator from my past. Well, gird thy loins, explainers and entertainers, because we're finally talking about it. Here we go. This is the story of my emotionally abusive high school theater. Now,
look at her.
It is theater. I know I run the risk of sounding like a crybaby, whining over their teacher not giving them the lead part in the play, and trust me, I completely understand people like that exist. I've been in theater a long time. But I'd like to think that this
people
story
do cry about
me
it.
Being in an unhealthy authority figure relationship. I'm not a martyr here. I guarantee others have had it far worse, but this woman did her damage. We'll call her Medusa.
Medusa?
And fun fact number 1, that was her actual nickname, and she wore it like a freaking badge of honor.
She was proud about being called Medusa.
Backstage door that said, "Keep out, beware Medusa." Boy, that should have been a warning in more ways than one.
Low-key, them theater kids, they were fake. Like, if you got the lead role or the role that they wanted, they were fake. They were just very unaccepting of outsiders. I think it's because they were outsiders themselves, so if you're already an outsider, you're not going to just, like, accept all these random people who probably don't care that much about theater. Because, trust me, I thought theater was cool, but at the end of the day, like, I didn't care about it as much as the theater kids did. So I can see why they got a little, you know, ticked off whenever I was getting lead roles. Because I'm an amazing actor. Oh my gosh, y'all should have saw me on the stage. It's just I didn't have the best work ethic, and I didn't really care about theater as much as they did. But I was still an amazing actor. I got roles. They hated it. They didn't want me to be in it. They didn't want to direct me. But hey, what you gonna do? I got the skills, so you're gonna have to teach me. I just ruined that.
Okay, so I met Medusa my first year of high school. She was the only teacher running the entire theater department, so no matter what type of theater class you took,
had to take
she
her.
would be teaching it.
Theater production was what I was in.
Directed all the after-school plays. All casting decisions were left up to her. You're catching my drift. She had a totalitarian grip on every aspect of this theater department.
That's power.
There was no other adult there to balance her out or, more importantly, witness her behavior. Now, for some context about who I was back then.
Hi, Rebecca.
In high school, I was remarkably shy, socially awkward, a goody two-shoes, a nervous wreck.
Is you thick, though?
I didn't really have any friends,
Okay,
even
Prince.
in the theater club.
Shut up.
I was a doormat, to put it bluntly, but when I stepped onto a stage, I was a completely different person.
Okay,
Strong
shine.
and brave,
Yeah.
and clever,
Okay.
and show the world what I was made of. Performing was my release, my therapy.
I feel
guess
you.
that's why I didn't immediately take a powder when I learned how crazy this theater teacher was. I was holding out for that one big part, that one chance to show everyone what I could do. And pleasing this woman was the key to what I wanted. Yeah, that won't lead to anything bad, I'm sure. So what made Medusa so awful, I hear you asking?
Her
Well,
hair?
For one,
She's
she
a
was
perm.
incredibly unpredictable. You never knew what kind of mood she was gonna be in or what was gonna set her off.
She had a hot comb through that.
Would offend
Okay.
her the next day. One day she's kind and supportive, the next day she's catty and vindictive.
Hot and
Because of her
cold.
volatile nature, it was a gamble anytime you needed to ask her a question or ask for help. Sometimes she'd be decent enough, and then sometimes she'd blow up in your face for wasting her time with a dumb question. Ask someone else. It would take me a stupid amount of time just to work up the courage to ask her a question before chickening out and finding a different way around my problem. Though I think one of the most frustrating things about Medusa was her favoritism. Plain and simple, if you weren't one of her favorites, there was a very low chance of you getting a
Ooh,
big part in the play,
favorites. I hate that
or
so
sometimes a part
much.
at all. I'm not saying she was shallow.
I hate
No, that's
favorites.
exactly what I'm saying, because all of her favorites had two things in common. They were pretty, and they were popular.
Ah.
Your girl rolled a 0 on. Medusa also protected her favorites to an infuriating degree. One of them was a big bully of mine, and Medusa did absolutely nothing to stop it, even after I begged her to step in.
She
I was
got
talking to my mom
bullied?
about this script, and she told
Oh.
me that she once confronted Medusa about this bully
Baby
in an
girl.
after-school play,
Fight
and
him.
Medusa was more concerned about him getting in trouble than what he was doing to me. Ooh, that is a very brave thing to say to a protective mother. Correction, that is a very brave thing to say to my mother. Yeah, if you weren't one of her favorites, you were stuck in the chorus, as they say.
I do hate favorites a lot because favorites ruin so many things. I had to deal with favorites in damn near almost every single job I worked. First job I had was a place called Dog Popcorn. Yeah, I'm exposing names. I don't care anymore. It was called Dog Popcorn. And then the dude there, he was like, you know, one of the creepy Mexican types, and he basically hit on every single female who walked up in that place and played favorites with them. And there was this one like white girl who ran away from home, so she needed like a father figure, and he took that place and he basically favored her. She could do anything, come anytime, leave anytime, do absolutely anything, and he will still praise her. And I caught on that they were messing around. Next job that played favorites was this place called BLD, Big League Dreams, Mansell, Texas, baseball park. Yeah, I'm exposing everybody's names, but anyways, it was essentially same situation. The manager's there, the male manager's there. You know, they like the white girls over there, teenagers too. The male managers are probably in their late 20s. You have teenage 16-year-old, 17-year-old girls. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can guess where that goes. Yeah, it happened numerous times with many different of them. Like, just, oh my gosh. And then last one was Fry's Electronics. This one wasn't as bad. It was probably the least amount, but it's still the fact that there was this one female there, and I'm not gonna say her name because I'm more or less okay with her. I'm cool with her. I have no issues with her. It was forever ago, and plus it didn't bother me that much because I was still making my money. But still, she was probably the laziest, but she was the boss's favorite. Tell me how that's possible. I don't know.
Hey, Becca, maybe you were just an awful actor. I mean, fair point. Maybe I just wasn't any good.
Maybe you
The
weren't.
thing is, Medusa always gave me A's for my performances in the theater classes during the normal school days. Medusa even once rushed up to the stage after a dark, dramatic scene to give me a hug because she was so moved by my performance.
So why is she not casting you?
See, I got
Yeah.
mixed signals from this woman all the time. I didn't know what to think. Dang it, do you hate me or not?
She got mixed
Miss Now
personalities.
stringing me along emotional
No YNW
manipulation
Melly.
was what kept me hopeful. I'd think to myself, if I don't complain, if I do my best, if I do every little thing she asks of
Oh,
me,
baby girl.
maybe one day she will throw me
You
a bone.
thinking too
One
much.
day I will gain her favor and be given a good part.
Poor Rebecca, baby girl.
Hey, you hear that?
You perfect
That's
the
not
way
good.
you are.
That is not a healthy mindset to be in.
Exactly.
That is an unhealthy relationship to have with anyone.
Exactly.
That was the story for me for 3 years of high school. However, when senior year came,
That's when you get your
let me
independence.
just set this up for you. Once when I was a freshman, I asked Medusa why she didn't give me a part in the latest play, and she told me, "Seniors take precedence in casting because they're graduating."
But
And I thought,
they should have had
okay,
experience
well, I guess
to
that makes sense.
act all their
When I'm
time.
a senior, I'll be a priority. Come senior year, pretty much all of her favorites had graduated, and the only two senior actors left were me and this one other guy.
And she
In fact,
better
a very
cast
large
you.
portion of the club had either graduated or left, so pickings were pretty slim that year for willing participants. Anyways, we were going to do the comedic play Noises Off. And in that show, there is a role called Dottie meant for an older woman who needed a Cockney accent and had a boy toy love interest.
Mmm.
Hilarious.
Better
So
cast
not only
her.
Being the oldest girl in the theater department, having a plump, middle-aged looking body, being able to do a pretty great Cockney accent, and being a senior meant that the stars were finally aligning in my favor. And the day before the audition, I was hanging out in the theater club room, and I told another student that I was hoping for the part of Dottie, and Medusa overheard.
Oh gosh.
Right at me,
Oh gosh.
smiled, nodded very obviously, and gave me a big thumbs up.
Okay, okay.
Hey Becca, it sounds like your chances of getting this part are pretty good.
She's giving you the role.
Right?
Okay, good job.
That's what I thought too. But gosh golly darn it, call me M. Night Shyamalan because this story has a twist.
Hey!
The audition, gave it everything I had, knocked it out of the park, was the only girl who could do a Cockney accent. But the next morning,
Who she give it to?
Medusa posted the cast on the bulletin board, and nothing.
That's not okay. Come on, Medusa. My girl got the role. She should have been casted. Straight up. Maybe she's still playing her favoritism, or maybe she just really does not like you to the point that anybody else... I swear to God, the weirdest thing just happened. Like, I felt like somebody just... Hold on. Somebody in my fucking house. Well, that scared me. I thought somebody was in my house. But anyway, so what I was saying is, I felt like to the point where she hates you so much that anybody else would just be perfect for that role. Like, she just does not like you so much. I don't know why. You seem like a very likable girl. Like, if I was in high school, I would have been friends with you. Maybe a little... Okay, no, Prince, shut the... No, seriously, this Let Me Explain's girl, Rebecca, she seems like she's a cool girl. Seems like she's smart. Seems like she should have been casted in that role. So this teacher really is giving her mixed personalities. No YMW Melly. Okay, let's get it.
She didn't even cast me.
Not even on the show. Oh my gosh. Yeah, do your calculations, because this makes no sense. And she's just looking. She's liking this.
Excuse me, Medusa. I was wondering, why didn't you cast me? Oh, it's because you were too tall.
What?
Too tall?
Yes, only short guys auditioned, and I needed your love interest to be taller than you.
Funny thing about that excuse.
Just short
she
guys.
had cast the only senior as my love interest, and he was, in fact, taller than me. So yeah, she flat out lied to my face.
She does not like
But
you.
because I think I was in shock, I didn't question it at that moment, and I just walked away. Turns out the truth eventually came out because a couple days later, some concerned tech theater girls told me they heard Medusa say something in passing conversation with the other students.
Ooh, what'd she
The
say?
reason I didn't cast Becca is because she's not one of the group. She keeps to herself way too much and doesn't have any friends.
What? How you gonna say something like that?
She didn't cast me
Because she's not part of the group?
because I wasn't popular.
Go crazy. Go crazy. Oh, baby girl, I'm laughing with you too. Hey, we doing the same thing.
That's it! I am done! I am out! Goodbye!
Oh,
I'm over this
I love this girl.
You ain't dragging me down with you, sister. Peace, adios, sayonara, das vidanya, bonsoir, and all those other different languages. Consider this my final bow because we're done here! Thanks for the memories. You'll make a great YouTube video someday. Bye-bye.
Honestly, bro, that's what you gotta do. Like, she did this perfectly, exactly right. Don't even go up, like, going to confront the teacher saying, oh, I heard that you just didn't cast me because I was popular. Just let it be that. I would literally just quit her class, go on with my day, and now look at you. You killing it on YouTube. You're making probably 10 times her salary. I'm pretty sure money doesn't really occur to you like that, but it occurs to everybody at some point, and you should feel special. You should feel good about yourself, because now you don't need her dumb plays. I can't even talk right now because I'm so hyped. Did y'all see how we're both doing that laugh? Like, man, that's how you know you're just completely done with something. When you can laugh at the situation. When you can laugh at something, you're either over the top crazy or you're really done with it. It's two extremes. Wow.
And I left. I left and went straight to my advisor to drop out of all of Medusa's classes.
Good.
Which my advisor was very happy to do for me when she learned which teacher I was trying to escape.
Do that.
Oh, yeah, she's crazy. Consider it done. I'll be honest, the situation was a little bit more complicated than just not being given the part that I wanted. There was so much more. But this video is long enough already. And let me tell you something, explainers and entertainers. The moment I left, I felt like a completely different person.
That's good.
My confidence shot through the roof. I was happy.
That's what happens when you leave a toxic relationship.
Heck, even guys were paying more attention to me.
Okay.
The fire director noticed the change and gave me the award for most improved senior. I didn't even have to give up my love of theater because I went out and auditioned for community theater with adults. I even got a leading part in a musical that summer and won the Best Actress award for the show season at that particular
I love
theater.
this girl right here.
Everything had fallen into place for me.
She's so
and all because
relatable.
I finally worked up the courage to say I deserve better.
Thank
and
you.
walk away from a toxic relationship.
There you go.
These situations don't always end like fairy tales, but for me, it did. So, what happened to Medusa?
Man,
A couple of years
Medusa.
after I graduated, I remember hearing the news that she had been forced to resign. I can't be 100% sure if this is the true story, so take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, but this was the story I was told. Medusa got incredibly intoxicated on an overnight competition trip with students.
Oh
Locked
gosh.
herself in the boys' hotel room and passed out on the bed, forcing the boys to sleep in the girls' room.
I mean, that's not an issue to the boys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, knowing her, that completely makes sense. When I first heard, I wasn't surprised in the slightest. I guess all I can say is, peace out, Medusa. Wherever you are these days, I hope you're in a better place mentally and emotionally. I mean that.
Wow.
At least she taught me that a bad
You're-
situation in the past doesn't have to weigh
You're
you
being the
down.
bigger person.
Because if I'm honest, I'm pretty sure it was my time spent with Medusa that taught me how to stand up to an even worse teacher later on down the line.
That was it for this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Rebecca Parham, hope I said your name right. You are my new YouTube crush. I love everything this girl says. Like, look, guys, you gotta leave a toxic relationship, and it's not always easy to tell. It's not always easy to just get up and leave. But at the end of the day, bro, you deserve better. Once you realize that, once that's in your head, you're just not gonna take crap that's handed to you. You're gonna actually realize you deserve better. And shit, she said guys were starting to notice her. I mean, maybe I need to take a gander. Nah, let me first see how she... I can't be talking like this because I'm a YouTuber, you know, I'm supposed to be giving y'all the right wisdom, right guidance. So I shouldn't be talking like this. So I do apologize for the comments I said. But yeah, that was a crazy theater teacher, and looks like it all ended good for Rebecca because she used that skill to, you know, advance her own life. Don't forget to hit me with a like, subscribe, and comment on this video if you want to reply from yours truly, Prince Charming. My name is Prince Holcomb. Stay charming, my friends.